Well, good morning, everybody. September 15th, 2025.
September 15th, 2025.
I have confirmed audio. I've also confirmed there's an echo. So if anyone's watching after I turn my volume down over there on the studio, I'd like to know if the echo is still there. Good morning, Ghetto Fortnite. Ghetto Fortnite says, "Good morning, Ken. I'm the first one here." Not only you're the first one that's here, you're the first one that's not showing being here, but that's fine. It's kind of what this is about. This is Monday morning. I got nothing better to do and got things on my mind, and I figured I'd just go ahead and do a live stream this morning. I did just restart the Zoom. It was at 29 hours and some change before the 30 hours were up, so I thought I'd just go ahead and reset it and then go ahead and just do a live stream. I was going to record this and then bring it over to DaVinci and do that. Boy, do I talk with my hands. I don't expect a lot of people to be here, but I am doing some things very, very differently today. As you know, last night, if you were on Zoom, I made a comment about my analytics. And my analytics last night, my watch hours was at 223.6. My watch hours for last night's live stream were 6 hours, 22 minutes, and some change. Change is the seconds, obviously. So I get up, as I do every morning. I am up rather early for me. I normally am not up at this hour. I normally don't get up to about 11, 12, 1, 2, sometimes later. However, I went to bed at a decent hour last night. I actually intended to go to bed around 2. I finally made it to bed around 3. And I woke up at a little after 7 this morning. Had to go to the bathroom. Came back, laid back down, thinking I'll get up 11 or so and I'll be good to go. Never went back to sleep. So I got up, made my coffee, took my meds, cleaned the kitchen, looked at my analytics, and got frustrated. And I will show you why I got frustrated. Right now you're looking at my Windows 12, or my Windows 12, my Windows 12 machine, my DaVinci machine. So we're going to use it since it's already here. Now, I am not monitoring this stream other than the YouTube studio, and I'm going to explain that. I'm going to go into the studio. So here we go. This is just my observation. I've lost 17 subscribers in the last 28 days. This is a key thing to remember, is the last 28 days. What are the last 28 days? Well, you got to figure it's from the 15th or 16th of last month to today. We'll get into that more a little bit. Let's go look at my analytics. Well, let's go look at the analytics first. And this is not scripted out. It's not well thought out as well. So analytics, 5,000 views. Good. That's fantastic. I'm so happy about that. Watch hours. Now remember, I said just a few minutes ago, last night on the Zoom homies, we were talking about this. And I pointed out, I shared my screen, and I pointed out this number was 223.6. Now I know that it was 223.6 because if I can figure out how to do this, I didn't practice this, by the way. Okay, here we go. This is my statistics from last night. 26 views, 13 peak, which means at one point in time during this 38 minutes, there were 13 people here at one point in time together. The average view duration, meaning the average time that everyone of the 26 stuck around, was 14 minutes and 43 seconds. You take this number, multiply it by that number, and it gives you your pretty close to accurate watch hours. So this, according to YouTube, I had 6 hours, 22 minutes, and 38 seconds. Okay. I had 223.6. So if you add those two together, it gets 229. And if you take 0.6, it's like 35, 40 minutes after the hour. So I should have 229 point whatever, 8, I think it is, just doing the math in my head. So let's go back over to here. This is already dropped this morning again. An hour ago, this was not 220.3, it was 221.8. And it's already dropped an hour ago down to 220.3. Okay, let's kind of figure out what's going on here if we can. And I'm not really smart at this or whatever. Go to the live stream and you'll see right here, it says last night's live stream. Okay, last night's live stream that went for 38 minutes and 53 seconds will begin processing within 24 hours. And I had this issue about a week ago. My gut feeling and my suspicion is this has been going on a long time. We just never knew it as creators. And now for some reason they're being somewhat transparent and saying, oh, look, this will start processing within 24 hours. A couple ways you can tell. One, it says it right there, processing will begin within 24 hours. Two, you don't have any views, you don't have any comments, you don't have any live viewers. Since once it gets processed and uploaded for video on demand, VOD as they call it, then you're not going to have any live viewers. Whereas this one, I currently have one person sitting here watching this. Now I need to jump back over to the studio, so I am going to minimize this one picture and go catch up with chat. Melvin, Chinto Vlogs, good morning, or I'm sorry, good evening. And hope you have a good evening or had a good day. Nightbot, danger Batman, put your mask on. Melvin says, watching my live, thank you. I do appreciate that. And quite honestly, I didn't expect anyone to be here. And I kind of was on the fence on, am I going to do it live or am I going to record it, bring it into DaVinci and clean it up, make it look good and all that other stuff. But I decided to go live. So in continuing with going live, we're going to jump back over there to the other computer and the other monitor, and you're going to see YouTube Studio. This is the only way, starting from today, I'm going to monitor my screen. So I'm going to need help from people that come in and watch. Now, if I were on my nightly live stream, you would see the Zoom homies, you would see the clock, you would see the subscribe, you would see the email, and anything else that I may or may not put in there. So I'm getting the point in time. You do see right up here in the upper left-hand corner, there's a countdown clock. This is the countdown clock to my Zoom session that's currently running. It will run for 30 hours at a time. So it's been running 1 hour, 47 minutes, and 18 seconds. The only reason that's there. That way we don't get caught off guard. We don't get caught by surprise. We're not in the middle of a heated discussion and Zoom just goes bloop because you don't get but about a 10-second warning. So let's go look at something. I have heard rumors. I have talked to people. We have discussed it on the Zoom homies about how YouTube may or may not do things. One of the things I looked up this morning was I Googled, does watching my own YouTube live streams help or hurt me? Okay, I think that's a legitimate question. I think it's fine. I think it's something we really ought to know and consider. Watching your own YouTube live streams primarily help your channel by allowing you to check stream quality. That's why I do it. I don't do it to hear my lovely voice or see my lovely face. I do it so that I can make sure Zoom is correct, the clocks are correct, the subscribe is correct, the email is correct, and more importantly, I do it to monitor chat. I bring it up on my big screen monitor over here, and it's arm's length away, 43 inches in screen, and I can blow that sucker up so I just see chat and a little bit of the screen. So, okay, it primarily helps according to this. But wait, highlighted by Google, by the way, it says, but it can hurt your channel if you do it excessively to artificially inflate views. I don't do it to artificially inflate my views. I do it to monitor the live stream. As YouTube algorithm can detect this and may penalize. Now, this is kind of interesting. May penalize your account or your content. View counts from your own excessive viewing may not be counted, and overdoing it could lead to reduced video visibility and search rankings. Any little thing that YouTube can do to hurt you, I think they're looking. I can't explain how I feel like I do, but I do. So I heard another rumor recently and had a discussion with someone that was adamant. I mean, downright pounding the desk, adamant about never, ever watch another live stream while you're live streaming. And I do that all the time. Well, not starting today, I do not. And I need to go look at this real quick because this is the only way I can see chat. Annie, PH Vlogs, good morning. I'm sorry. Good evening, Annie. It is very nice to see you. I currently have a lot going on for you, with you, and Annie, Ellen PH Vlogs knows what that's all about, and we'll get together on that later. So let's go back to what I was talking about. From Saudi Arabia. So it is good evening there too. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mistakenly thought you were still in the Philippines, and I realized you are actually in Saudi Arabia. So let's go back a page. Well, first, let's go back to this one. It says, watching your own YouTube, help or hurt me. And I scroll down through here, and it explains the quality control, and it explains how it can hurt. It says YouTube has policies against artificially inflating the metrics of views, likes, and comments. I comment. If people comment, and I think it warrants a comment because I missed it, I'll actually put a comment in. I'm a big advocate and big believer in, if you're doing a live stream, you need to be interactive with your audience. One thing I am going to fix today before tonight's stream is my camera is not going to be way up here with me looking up. I'm going to have it down here at eye level. Another thing that I probably should have been employing a long time ago. So I didn't go much past this. Algorithmic penalties. Excessive repetitive viewing of your own live streams from the same IP. This is key as well. The same IP can be declined by the algorithm, leading to a reduction. Again, you're being penalized. It's leading to a reduction. It's leading to no one knowing what's going on. It's not a good thing. So same IP. We've discussed that many times. Well, let's skip forward a little bit. My next search is, watching someone else's live streams while I'm live streaming hurt me. It's been discussed. I've had many discussions with a lot of people on this. So let's go get maybe what the AI says. Remember, this is the AI. The AI says no, highlighted. Watching another live stream while you're also watching live stream does not hurt your watch hours. Well, that's contradictory of a lot of people that tell me it does. Because your own stream watch hours do not count during the live event, but rather after it concludes and the recording is published as standard video. This is true. You get 100 views while you're live, and you're like, oh boy, I'm making some good views today. I get 50, and I'm happy. They don't count until they process it and gets re-uploaded for video on demand, which is something else. Starting today, I'm going to start watching. And how I'm going to watch that is, and I don't know if I showed this a while ago or not. I think I did. Every night after a live stream, every time I do a premiere, every time I do something that I get immediate results, I go in and I take a screenshot of those results. I don't trust the studio. I don't trust going in here and trying to find these numbers right here. When you go into your analytics and you break it down, or you go into your content and break it down, you go to live, then as you can see right here, I can't even look because Sunday, last night, there are no numbers for me to compare yet. So I only hope that changed. I'm banking on that I've got my scenes identified properly. Who knows? So right now you should be looking at my last night's New York. Cool. So come back to this one in a minute. This is how I do this. 26, 13, 14, 6. So in the morning, used to be I could look at it. I showed 26 views here. I kid you not. When it does process, every morning this number would be down. Every single morning, this number. Oh, good, 26 views. Every morning it's 22, 20, 19 in some cases. This number's not there, but the watch hours are somewhat there. And they are somewhat there because when you go in and look at your analytics, then you get to see those. And I'm going to go ahead and do it this way because that way I don't have to switch back and forth between screens and it won't be confusing. Go take a gander as well at chat. All right, now I can say right here on one stream. So let's go over here to this one. Ghetto Fortnite says good morning to Ann. And Ann replies and says good morning to her. Ghetto, she's actually in the evening time right now. She's ahead of us. She's in Saudi Arabia, which is fine. That's good. You said hi. I appreciate that. And that's a good step in the right direction with you. Melvin's waving and gives me a heart. How am I? Um, I'm okay. There's a lot going on in my life this year, and there's going to be a possible live stream, definitely a video coming out on it, one way or the other. In just a few short weeks, there's going to be a major video coming out or live stream coming out. Um, I'm not sure how I want to do that yet. I'm not sure if I want to include the homies. I'm not sure if I want to do it with me. And the homies are a group of us that have been together now for a little over 4 years on Zoom. We get together every night and it runs for 30 hours at a time. Been that way for 3.5 years now. And it's there. If you have the link, you can get onto it anytime you want. And people jump in and jump out all the time. Um, I've got it locked right now, but if you were to join Zoom, I would hear the bell and I probably would let you in, unless it's something that I just want to do by myself. So let's get back to this. So I'm all caught up over here. Channel analytics. I bring this one up. I bring up my analytics. I shrink this down so I can see both, which ain't real hard to do. So if this number, oh, I'm sorry, I can't go that way. Let's go, yeah, let's go this way. That's fine. I mean, I'm not trying to hide my income. I've been monetized for a while. I'm not making any money off of it. I didn't expect to make any money off of it. I'm very grateful for the money that I do make off of it. So, um, obviously, this doesn't give you your last night's views, but if you come into content, you can do that. And somewhere in here, um, I do have, just bear with me one moment. I'm the most organized, unorganized person you'll ever meet in the world. So this is backwards. This is Sunday night. This is Saturday night, Friday, Thursday, yada, yada, yada. So let's go back to Saturday night and bring that one up. We'll shrink it down a little bit. And then we will come back over here to analytics. Go to content. We'll go live. We'll go to Saturday night. We'll go to analytics. This is another confusing area for a lot of people, myself included, because there's no clear-cut determination on what it means. And you'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. As soon as I figure out where, there we go. I threw it over here. I am really having some technical major issues right now. Now I got to go find my OBS, which is right there. So Sunday night, or Saturday night rather, I'm sorry, I had 17 views, 11 average, 11 minute, 3 hours and 20 minutes. It's a good time. I'm okay with that. But yet when I go look at the individual one, I would expect this to be higher, but for once, the numbers aren't really adding up. This is real-time updating live, as in right now. This is real-time, allegedly. 27 views. Well, if you take 17 from when it was live, and you add 7, you do not get 27. I don't care what year you're living in and what era you're living in, you're never going to get 17 plus 7 to equal 27. It's going to be 24, no matter if you use your fingers, your toes, whatever. So this has always confused me. Here's the other thing that's confusing. This video has gotten 7 views since it was published. Now, based on what we see over here, that it gets published, I think it was this one, maybe it was this one. I take that to mean once they've processed it and it's uploaded for VOD, video on demand, it's gotten 7 views. Okay. I know people that have argued with me that no, it's only gotten 7 views. It only got 7 views while it was live. You only have 7 views. I don't disagree. I don't necessarily agree, because if you look at the overall analytics, if this is taken when it's ended, I mean within seconds of it being ended, there's no way you lose 10 viewers or 10 views and then this number be higher than both numbers combined. Let me go gander at chat. And again, I'm trying an experiment here. Jeff Ryman, what in the wide world of sports is it going on here? Blazing Saddles, by the way. Mel Brooks. Fantastic. Fantastic. I'm here, got you on in the background. Okay, good. And we all know Ghetto uses a speech to text, so sometimes his words that he speaks get translated into he meant in the background. And that's fine. Thank you, Ghetto. I do appreciate that. Jeff Ryman said something and retracted it. And then Ghetto says, good morning to Jeff Ryman. Now, I'm doing this because in my first question, I'll rehash that, is does watching my own YouTube live stream help or hurt me? Well, this one says it can hurt. It says it primarily helps right here, but then it turns around and says it can hurt you. And then it goes down here and explains how it can hurt you. Well, over here, I determine that it does possibly hurt you to watch your own live stream. But more importantly, on this one, I found no, if you're watching someone else's live stream while you're live streaming, it does not hurt your watch hours because your own stream's watch hours do not count during the live event, but rather after it concludes and is recorded, published as a standard video. That's key to remember. While you're live, apparently they could care less. It's after they process it. Now, what is interesting is, furthermore, the watch hours you accumulate on your own live streams are legitimate and will count towards your channel's total once process is complete, once they are deemed not artificially inflated. Which brings up another interesting subject of we've been finding lately on certain people's channels, they have what's known as legitimate watch hours. I have not seen that on mine yet. I suspect it's going to show up one of these days. And I didn't go any further than this when I was looking this up. It explains right here. I mean, you just do a Google search. You know, we all joke that Google's your best friend, and I'm not the world's best AI user, but it can be very helpful. You can learn a lot, you can do a lot. So again, I apologize for this. I'm going to work on how I want to do this. I think probably what I will end up actually doing is I will take my tabs right here and I will put them on monitor number 2. I'll take monitor number 3, which is going to be Zoom, and put it over here. That way I can kind of glance at what's going on in Zoom. And then I'm going to take my OBS and I'm going to put it where I normally keep it, which is on top on monitor number 1 or 3, depending on how Zoom feels. And then I can then see everything I need to see. Out of my peripheral, I can see Zoom. Right in front of me, I can see the chat. Right up there, I can look at OBS, and if somebody says, oh, we've got buffering going on, I can immediately glance and say, yep, I see drop frames, or nope, I don't see drop frames. I can also see the audio mixer so that I can see if my voice is going out. Which, speaking of my voice, do I have echoing on this live stream? Darren Gilholm says, hi, 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 hi. Paul McCartney links, by the way. Hello, Darren. Good morning. Or yeah, no, yeah. Good afternoon. Actually, it's middle of the afternoon for Darren over in the United Kingdom. Ghetto says hi. He says no. Now I know he means no. There's no buffering or no audio echoing. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate that, Darren. So I did not have a time frame set for this. That's not what this timer up here is about. Again, this is the 30-hour countdown right over here. You got to remember everything's backwards. It's on my anyway, it's right there. Right there. There's 27 hours left on this Zoom session. Um, this is a live stream. Yes, Jeff Ryman. This is, I am not a crook, a live stream. This is as live can be. Um, kind of up early this morning. I had a lot of things I wanted to get accomplished. I have a couple of goals that I would like to accomplish by the end of the month. So I am doing this because I don't know if you were still on Zoom last night, but I had 223.6 watch hours through last night. I had 6.22 hours in last night's live stream. Now, if you want to figure out the math on that, you take 22 and divide it by 60, and you get 0.36. So I should have gotten 3 or 6.367, just rounded up, watch hours total this morning when I got up to check my statistics. However, and unfortunately, when we look at my analytics, I actually lost now what is basically 3 hours, a little over 3 hours. It's because it hasn't processed, and it still says we'll begin processing within 24 hours. And there's really nothing the creator can do with that. You're at their mercy. I heard someone join Zoom, and let's go see who that is. Oh, it's Darren. I'll go ahead and let Darren in because I'm getting ready to wrap this up. This has been going 29 minutes ish. Um, I tried to start right at the top of the hour, but I went outside to check something out, and it was so nice I decided to check some other things out. Hello, Darren. I don't know if Darren
Hello.
can hear me. There he is. Good to see you again, my friend. Hope everything's going well for you.
Okay.
He kind of joined like old Jason did last night. I still feel bad about that. I'm going to reach out to him privately today because it ironically seemed like he joined and I ended the stream. If the stream is going well, I'll keep the stream going. Last night we had almost 20 minutes of overtime, what we jokingly call overtime. Doug Betts has a set amount of time he tries to stream for. I have a set amount of time I try to stream for. And if we go past that time, we call it quote unquote overtime. Um, and I would really like to go into overtime all the time on my live stream, but I don't think anybody wants to listen to me ramble on and 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 on. I do agree with one of the homies that said you should do live streams to another one of the homies who does not do live streams, but I suspect here pretty shortly today, you're going to see a live stream come from that homie. And I will also tell you, I'm going to plagiarize. I think that's the right word, or that's in writing. I'm going to take the idea that was given to another homie, and I'm actually going to do something that he was suggested to do because I think it's a fantastic idea. I think set a definite amount of time and just explain what you're going to do and everything. And I think that's a good thing. So I'm going to wrap this up. We are coming up on um, 29 minutes and 33 seconds. Part of the studio, it does tell you up in the one of them corners, upper left. No, upper right. Yeah, upper right. It's upper left to me here, but it's on my right. It's confusing. We're right at 29 hours and 50 seconds. Now, this will be interesting. I'm going to see if my nightly live stream outro works on my what may become a daily morning stream. Put a one in chat if you believe that. Opening first, and it too is not running. Oh, there is the openings. Now see, this is interesting. There's how I open every night. I open with this little thing that I created, and I think it gives me time to make sure that I've got things in order, and it gives now now that is super weird. In the middle of my opening, the ending ends. It's a really good thing I have a good sense of humor about all this because this could get really frustrating. So I want to thank Darren for joining at the end. I'm sorry, my friend. I am going to go ahead and end this, and I'll obviously we'll open Zoom back up for all the homies, and then I've got other things I'm going to do this morning. Thank you everyone for being here in chat, and that would be Jeff, Ghetto, Annie, and I believe Melvin. And you guys know I'm horrible with names. I'm horrible remembering stuff.
What
If you want to
about
really see nonsense, let's see if this is going to. Oh, wow. It did not. I figured, oh, no, you know what? I'm good because I'm projecting Zoom to YouTube. So, Jeff Ryman, we have exactly, we have the KSL effect, the Ken Stout Live effect. I swear to you, something can work for me at 9:33 and at 9:35 I can try it and it doesn't work. Um, I'm not streaming today. Oh, come on, Jeff. You know what? Let's just continue this overtime deal we got going on here. That's actually a really cool idea. We should set a goal. The Zoom homies should set a goal for each and every one of us to do a live stream, be it 5 minutes long, 15 minutes long,
football?
5 hours long. That's pretty cool. Darren Gilhom was with us. Ghetto Fortnite was with us. I know Annie PH, who's in Saudi Arabia, was with us, and Melvin. Yeah, I did have it right. I'm not even going to begin to try and pronounce that last name. I think it's Chinto or Chinto. It's probably Chinto. Um, and we all know me. I am horrible with names. So I think that'll wrap it up. And Charlie Purdy, good morning, Boston. I'm sure Charlie's been up longer than I have, even though we're on the same time zone. Good to see you, Charlie. I hope all goes well for you today. Let's see if the outro will work. I'm pretty sure it won't. It didn't work a while ago.
Silk and satin and feel the night. Ooh, yeah. Glitter falling, golden light. Shine, shine. Every step a whispered tease. Moving slow like honeybees. Shimmy, shimmy, watch me glow. Oh, oh. Take it high and bring it low. Down, down. Velvet shine, I steal the show. Flow, flow.
That's all, folks.
So it did work that time. Now I do have to apologize. The scroll that went by showing the participants in the thing, they're last night's. I haven't changed it yet for tonight, but I will do that as soon as this stream ends. So again, thank you all for being here. If you want to join us on the Zoom panel, kstoutz00m@gmail.com. You don't even have to have a camera. You just need a microphone and the ability to let us know what's going on, how you are, who you are, where you are, what you do, what you like, what you dislike. You name it, we generally discuss it. Thank you, Darren, for showing up. I do appreciate it. And I'll see everybody on Zoom later today. Have a great, oh, by the way, I am recording this on OBS. That's something else I'm going to start doing, which means tonight at 10 o'clock, I'll forget to do it. Bye, everybody.